What is up, y'all? It's your girl, Brand New, and honey, I am back in the building. This time, honey, I'm back to talk about Tami Roman. I never got to get to it, you guys. I wanted to get into her opinions on Real Housewives of Potomac. Yes, we still gonna be talking about Potomac because, baby, Atlanta is gone, honey. They is not there. I know it look like they there, but they ain't really there, honey. Okay, not enough for me. So I gotta keep talking about Potomac. It is the song that doesn't end, and it goes on and on, my friends. Some people started singing it, not knowing what it was, and I'ma continue talking about it forever just because it is the show that never ends. Alright, enough of that. Yeah, I'm gonna keep talking about it. You keep talking about it, I'm gonna talk about it. Okay, so let's get to what Tami Roman had to say, because I thought it was very interesting, honey, because we know Tami used to throw them bows, honey, over there on Basketball Wives, honey, okay? That's until she found Reggie. Well, shit, she almost got in that fight with Buffy. Okay, let's get to Tami, honey.
So, pent-up aggression is what I feel that Monique was experiencing from not being able to just release and have a real conversation with Candiace. Okay. So, like I was saying, they was at the barn. Why was they at the barn, Lyric?
Damn, don't you watch the show? Yeah.
Do you remember?
I actually don't know.
They was at the barn. And conversations happened. And one thing led to another, and now
ain't no damn one thing led to another. This is not a sex scene, honey, okay? This ain't nothing romantic. This is, it just went somewhere it shouldn't have went. That's it.
See Monique and Candiace arguing. As the argument continues, Candiace, who is the person who talks with her hands.
See, she bringing that shit up. Tami, you is not, are you having flashbacks, sis, of your ass being on Basketball Wives, and you should have stayed silent on this, Tami, okay? Because if Monique is Mayweather, shit, you Mike Tyson, okay? Because we seen you over there, how you did Mika, how you did Keisha, had that girl scared to get her purse from you. Honey, I ain't forgot, Miss Robinson, remember your violent ass. Tami would get drunk and want to fight, honey, okay? Shit.
According to her, was close enough that Monique felt, I'm not going to try to change you since you talk with your hands, but you have to be aware that your fingers are now in my personal space. And so things were coming out of her mouth that Candiace felt was rude. And so she posed a question. What are you going to do? Are you going to drag me? Monique, who is trying to keep it all together, okay, in terms of her anger level, could not help herself. And she didn't want to smack the shit out of Candiace, so she grabbed her hair.
From one fighter to another, honey, okay?
Twisted her hair up. When she went to twist the hair, now I know what they said because they were in the room. I'm talking about what was shown to me as a viewer is that it looked like wine in the glass was thrown at Monique.
Y'all hear that bullshit?
As a viewer. And when that shit was let go out of Candiace's hand, that's when Monique went full speed ahead. Now, I am not the one to try to tell anybody about fighting or not fighting. So that's not what I'm going to say in this review. Because all the ladies on this past episode, they all got together and they basically grouped up against Monique. When really and truly both ladies are at fault. Okay? And I preach this message here. Of course, we do not want to see our women, particularly African American women, on TV fighting. But you cannot expect or depend on the fact that a person will deal with a situation identical to how you would deal with the situation. Identical with how you would deal with it. There are those of you out here in the world, when someone gets in your face or someone says something derogatory, you are able to let it roll off and go on about your business. Hold your tongue and go on about your business. And then there are others in the world who are not capable of doing that. And if you talk sideways out your face to me, I can't guarantee what type of time I'm going to be on based on maybe what my day was like. If I'm dealing with something personally, if I'm dealing with stress of my health, my life, whatever is going on, you might get what you want on that day.
So, y'all hear this? You too damn old, Tami. You too damn old to even have that mentality. Okay? You can't go around hitting people. You can always walk away to get somebody out your face. Now, if they keep on pulling on you and keep, then you can get what they ask. But other than that, you walk away, you grown. That girl, like I told y'all, it ain't that they fought at that barn. It is the fact of that girl bullied her at that lake house. And, there were several other instances where Candiace kept trying to walk away. I think we as the viewing audience saw that. And people are trying to make it look like, well, she was asking for it. And she was, no. You can't. I have a lot of stress on me, right? Just because I'm stressed out don't give me the right to spaz out. You go always have stuff to deal with. So it's all about not letting your emotions get the best of you. You got people sitting up in jail right now that could not control their emotions, okay? They'll be in there for a long time. So it's a skill that needs to be mastered. Okay? I'm gonna keep it there. I get being human. I get it, but it's serious. You don't want to be in jail away from your children, and you just don't want to do it.
So from that standpoint, both ladies were wrong to me. But nobody wanted to say that Candiace was wrong. And that's what I didn't like when I saw them all sitting down there. Because I have said this too. Scary bitch 101. Don't be doing all this talking and running your mouth and high-signing and getting up in people's face if you can't defend the repercussions that might come from those actions. And so Candiace was doing a lot of talking and all up in the woman's face. And if we go to the aspect of friendship first, we go back to the aspect of friendship first before any of this happened. Candiace is so quick to say, well, how could Monique as my friend do this to me? Before it got there, when Monique was up talking, if you were her friend too, you would have say, you know what? You're my friend. And I'm not going to stand here and argue with you. So if you want to do this, fine. But A, did this here, I'm out. And Monique would have been left there looking stupid. And that would have served you well. Because you would not have engaged. You would not have initiated. And you would not have engaged. Because I do feel that the conversation skewed in a negative way when you initiated certain words, certain mannerisms, certain aggressive nature with your body and how you was moving and with your head and the impersonations and antagonizing her. And here again, you can't expect a person to deal with things how you would deal with them. But I will continue to say Monique should have had enough discernment to not put her hands on anybody. Particularly in this group of ladies. Because nobody likes to take accountability for the shit that they've done. Except for Karen Huger.
She be lying like a man.
She will come out and say I'm wrong. But going at Monique, everybody in the room against her, we have seen them do this exact same thing with Candiace. And I don't agree with it. What's the new lady name?
Wendy.
And Wendy was sitting up there talking about, as a black woman, the angry black woman narrative and all of that. I understand that too. And no, we do not want to continue the imagery being presented to the world that we are the angry black women. It doesn't have to always mean that you're physical for that narrative to continue.
That's true. That is true right there.
Because 2 weeks ago, you was arguing with Ashley about how she got to bring her baby and you left your baby at home. That's the angry black woman narrative too.
No. I was all for Wendy getting Ashley's ass together because Ashley was getting really curt and nasty with Wendy. You know, yes, Wendy, felt the way that her daughter couldn't be there, but to me, I think Wendy was more hurt and upset that they kept trying to tell her she's not a new mother. It doesn't matter how many kids you have. I heard when a woman gives birth multiple times, each time is different. It's different. And, she is a mother and yes, she already had kids, but this is her little girl. When you have a little girl, it may be a little bit different for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is your little girl. You had your boys and, you love them just the same, but this is her baby girl. And they kept trying to make it look like, they kept trying to gaslight her into, I don't know, this narrative of, oh, well, Ashley is a new mother and she has the right to be with her baby and you already have 2 other kids. And they were very dismissive. And what I do not like about Potomac, I will say this, as much as I do like the show, I hate that once Giselle has an opinion, she kind of like, everybody just immediately, it seems like they agree with Giselle. And that's how that went. Everybody just, yeah, but Giselle said it and, Robin agreed. Like, no, that's what I do not like. And everybody got on Wendy, which made her more upset because they was dismissing her feelings. So that made her get a little bit more riled up. But she had banter with Ashley back and forth. She didn't beat her ass. She just said, when people like you address me, honey, you call me Dr. Wendy. I said, yes, honey, shit. Because when I saw that clip before the whole season premiere, honey, I was like, I like that. Because Ashley needs to be put in her damn place, okay? They let Ashley run amok. And Wendy said, baby, not today and tomorrow don't look good either. Your trailer park ads is mine, honey. I'm going to tell you. I'ma tell you who I am, honey, okay? Now that's when you brag about them degrees, Wendy, right there.
Because if you had an issue with Ashley, you could have sat down and had a real conversation with her without an elevated tone. Okay? And it wouldn't have come off like you looking mad over some stuff that you didn't need to be mad about. Because Ashley asked Monique, can I bring Dean? And y'all might as well get used to that because Dean going to be in all the scenes. If Ashley going to be in it. But you were perpetuating the stereotype as well before we even got here. So don't try to dish out that title to someone without acknowledging how you've participated in it too. And that narrative does not always mean that it's going to be a physical altercation.
But it only matters when it's a physical altercation, because then it is heightened. Then it goes to its highest level. What Monique did was way bigger and way more wrong than what Wendy did. Wendy participated in the housewives experience. It was Venus, Serena, the Venus and Serena. I told y'all that's how it is on these housewives. I say something, you say something, and that's what her and Ashley engaged in. That is what they always do. We've seen Giselle and Karen go, back and forth. We done seen Robin and Monique, Robin and Ashley. That is what they do. You don't even watch the damn show. Because every few minutes, honey, you asking Lyric what happened on the damn show, honey. Okay? Make it make sense.
There are just what did I say earlier, Lyric, when I said...
Look at that. I can't make these things up, honey.
And the angry black female narrative, I did talk about Wendy, but there was somebody else that I had said something about, because I didn't take no notes. So I'm hoping that you remember what I said.
And she ain't take no notes, okay? Tammy don't know what she talking about, honey. Tammy just woke up from her nap, honey, okay?
In the conversation. Yeah, I'm like, what did I say, child? The angry black woman. Oh, Giselle and Robin. We're talking about being an example for daughters, children, African Americans, women in general. The ball was not dropped tonight or whenever this episode aired by Monique solely. Here again, when you start saying things like that, it's not specific to physical altercations. When you look out at Monique and say, are you going to be a good representative for your daughter? You then got to say, am I being a good representative for my 3 daughters? Because they daddy done cheated on them, pastor and all. Okay? And now, we back together. Is that how I want my daughters to float through in their relationships, allowing men to present one thing to the world, be something else at home, have extramarital affairs, be promiscuous?
Wasn't she with that man Kenny, and wasn't he doing that? I mean, I'm not saying don't no woman want her man to do that, but child,
and have infidelity in their relationships, and then they take them back.
That's her business, though. That's her business, and I'm not even no big Giselle supporter, but that's her business. She won't. Brother Jamal, I don't think they really together. I don't know if I believe that. They gonna have to show me a little bit more, honey. But that's her business, If she can forgive him, that may not be something that, you can do. Ain't something that I would do, but, to each his own.
That's a question. It's not rhetorical. I would like an answer. Because you can't point the finger at one person on their actions and not be accountable for what you're doing. Are we presenting a good narrative to our African American women to stay with a man who has not shown us any inclination before this season that he wanted to be in a relationship? And quite honestly, over the past couple of years, and let me say this again, I like all of y'all. So I'm not coming at nobody. What I'm saying is what has been shown, I'm trying to understand. I'm trying to understand how it appeared like you was going to cancel somebody for their actions when we, even me, I'm including myself on the show that I used to be on, and now I'm a viewer of you guys' shows and have been since you started, have contributed to these detrimental narratives and detrimental imagery.
All right, you guys, we're going to go ahead and end it right there, honey. Don't forget, you guys, to like, comment, and subscribe. I am your girl, brand new, and honey, I will check you guys out in the next video.